Hello guys, this is Mr. Ajali. Today we're going to see a lesson about derivations. Okay, what do I mean by derivation? Each word in English has a radical or the stem. After that, we add prefixes and suffixes to that radical, one of them, and then we obtain new set or a new form of that word. For example, we can obtain nouns, we can obtain a verb, we can obtain an adjective, or an adverb sometimes. So it depends. Okay, today we're going to see some cases where I can teach you how to derivate these kinds of words. For example, let's start with verbs. So if I would like to derive a verb, what should I do? What should I add to the stem? For example, in here I would put eyes as a suffix in the end of the word so that I obtain a verb. For example, civil is the radical or the stem and civilize is the verb. So to civilize. We have memory, to memorize. We have advertisement, for example, to advertise. We have to authorize, to modernize, to normalize, to equalize. All of those, they end with eyes. This eyes, as I told you in another lesson, we can put it with Z because they are both correct. One of them is American and the other one is British, so no problem. Either S or Z is correct. Okay, second, we have the suffix fi. So if I add the suffix fi to a stem, it will become a verb. For example, test, to testify. Example, to exemplify. Simple, to simplify. Purify, classify, notify, glorify. All of those are verbs. We have also, as a suffix as well, we have n, like this. For example, to broad, broad is the adjective. So if I would like to put or to form a verb from it, I add en. It will become broaden. For example, short, to shorten. Less, to lessen. Hard, to harden. Soften, weaken, smarten, sadden. All of these. So if I would like to obtain the verb, I add the en in the end. Okay, so these are the most famous ones. Let's see now the ones to formulate nouns. So how to formulate a noun from a stem. So I have also a set of examples in here of suffixes. For example, if I add er or or sometimes, okay, so it depends on the case. For example, to write, writer. Writer is the person who makes the writing, so it becomes a noun. Okay. Sail, sailor. Act, actor. Worker, employer, eater, founder, developer. So all of these, they are they are derivatives of or derivations of the stem into a noun. Okay. Next we have shen. So if we have the suffix shen to a word, it will become a noun. For example, composition, civilization, communication, conclusion, all of these. We have meant. If we add the word meant, the suffix meant to word, it becomes a noun. So enjoyment, achievement, advancement, replacement, development, all of these. We have ing. If I add the ing to a verb, it becomes a noun. For example, reading, developing, swimming, meeting, feeling, all of these. We have ness, sadness, politeness, weakness, awareness, openness, calmness, all of these, we add the suffix ness to obtain the noun. And we have t or it sometimes. T or it, like morality, inferiority, quality, safety, modernity, civility, all of these they end with T, so it becomes a noun. In here, if I would like, in general, to make a noun, it is very common to add the ing if I don't know which one to add. Usually if you add the ing to any verb, it becomes a noun directly, so that it is a trick to help you in the future. Okay, next we want to see how to formulate the adjectives. Okay, what do we add to formulate the adjective? Okay, so for the adjective, suffixes always. We add full, like hopeful, useful, careful, thoughtful, lawful, harmful, powerful, painful, all these, they end with full. And as we have seen in the previous lesson, we have the words ending with full are opposite to the words ending with less. So hopeful, hopeless, useful, useless, careless, thoughtless, lawless, harmless, powerless, all of that. And all of these are adjectives. Okay. Another suffix is bo. So with bo we have able or we have able. One of them. So we have acceptable, advisable, achievable, collapsible, drinkable, visible, all of these. We have also us. Like this, we have disastrous, humorous, furious, dangerous, courageous. All of these ending with us are considered as adjectives. Also we have if. Like to create, for example, is the verb. If you want to transform it into an adjective, we say creative. Okay, so creative, productive, expressive, corrective, relative, active, native, positive, all of these ending with if. We have ik and we have echo. Can be ik or echo. So economic, tragic, artistic, cultural, musical. So sometimes you have even all without ik, like cultural, for example, like eco. Okay, so in here, if we want to make a general rule to make an adjective without knowing how to, we can add, sometimes we can add the ed in the end. So for example, created is an adjective. Okay, so normally you put creative, but if you put created, it is still considered adjective because it represents the state of that thing. And sometimes it's the past participle of the verb. if you have a past participle of the verb, it can become an adjective. Like, for example, eaten, for example. So eaten is considered as an adjective sometimes, depending on the context. So this is all for the derivation. To obtain the stem or the original radical, you should just remove the suffixes. Okay, you should just remove the suffixes or prefixes, and you will obtain the radical directly. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice time and good luck.